this will be the pinnacle of my career. I believe it's a tournament that has, even in year one, has really captured the public's imagination. Everyone's got behind it. Everyone is enjoying it. You know, it's the first of its kind, and it will grow to be something way beyond what it is now. So it'd be nice to be the first winner in year one. We're supremely confident about this fight. You know, I've had my eye on Callum Smith for years now. He was the favourite before the tournament started. He might not be now, but he was. So there are a lot of people out there that fancy him or believe in his abilities to a certain degree. And I'm looking forward to proving all those people wrong. Certainly going to be a harder fight than Jamie Cox, I believe that. But although we haven't quite seen him yet, that has to be respected. We won't underestimate him in the slightest. But I believe that I've seen enough of him to put together a winning formula. The game plan will be spot on.
On the day I turned professional, I said I'd become a world champion, and I finally got that fight now, and I just feel every fight so far has all been leading towards this. So yeah, I'm enjoying coming to the gym, I'm excited, and it's everything I've ever wanted since turning pro. In this camp, I'm enjoying every session, and I say it's all gearing towards becoming a world champion. I know I need a big performance, and I know I'll deliver one. I've always felt when I've been up against it and I've needed to perform, I've always delivered, and there's no bigger time to deliver than in the World Boxing Super Series final against George Groves.
George Groves has worked a long time to get there, and he's there, and he's enjoying it. I'm sure George doesn't want to let go of that. He's worked awfully hard to get there. So you've got the hunter and the hunted in this fight.
I know George Groves very well. I've watched him for a very long time, as has my trainer, Joe. So he'll come up with a game plan. We'll look over it, and I'll practice it throughout camp, and listen on the night, and I feel the best version of me is enough to beat George Groves and become world champion.
When the shoulder popped out, my first thought was, I hope everyone can see this, because I didn't want it to sort of not everyone wondering why all of a sudden I'm stopped using my left hand. But watching it back on tape, it's very clear and evident that the shoulder's gone. So that was satisfying.
Well, I noticed it straight away. As soon as it came out, you can see he was in pain, he was distressed. From afar, it might have looked like, he was just looked tired or ragged, but I knew that, I'd just shout and hold, tie him up, move, 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 screaming. I wanted to make sure he didn't try and knock him out, because sometimes when your shoulder is out, they're going to take more risks, and then you can just try and land that perfect shot, but you're exposing yourself. So I knew the fight was well won, and we just needed to tie him up.
I was in a rational frame of mind, I think, because I was in full control. I was totally aware of where I was, and even that the final is fast approaching, right? What's the best way to conserve the shoulder now? If I carry on using it, will I make it 10 times worse? Should I use it a little bit? Should I use it none at all? I think after throwing 1 or 2 shots, thought, no, that's definitely not a good idea. Managed to use the shoulder as a good defence and get my right hand off a few times. But it was generally just to kill the clock at that point.
talent can only get you so far, and you have to put the work in. And no, I don't want to be in the middle of the fight with George Groves and be tired and lose the fight because I wasn't fit. I've got to do everything I can in camp to show that I'm the best possible version of Callum Smith on the night. And if I can do that, then the result doesn't really matter. If I go and win the fight, then thankfully if I lose it and I was 100%, then I'll be able to go to bed at night and know that there was nothing more I could have done.
Nice, Callum.
Having regrets in boxing is one of my biggest fear, and I hope I never regret any fight. I hope I'm always 100%, and in doing so, then, like I say, the results out of my hands then, but camp's tough, it's hard, it's very hard. When I'm lying in bed and I feel like I can't get up and go and do a session, I think I become a world champion, and I think about losing, and it makes me jump out of bed and go to the gym and just put that little bit in when you feel like your body can't. And I think the fear of losing's always been a massive drive for me, and it still is to this day. As much as winning a world title drives me, the fear of losing drives me just as much. And this fight, they both come together. If I lose, I'm not a world champion, and I never want that to happen. So that's what makes me put that little bit more in training and get the nasty sessions done.
We've sat down, we've analysed, we know what we need to work on. So we've been doing lots of drills, a lot of drill work, shadow boxing drills, movement drills, and analysing. That's what we've done in the first quarter, and now we're starting to do that in the punching. Then we're bringing the specific sparring partners that's needed to replicate George Groves' style. And it's a case of second guessing. They'll be guessing what we're doing, we'll be guessing what they're doing, and it's just like chess, really. Just got to keep good basics all the way through, good feet, grounds. He's got a good jab. They don't come apart, and what Badou Jack does, he doesn't take time to go back and reset, he just stays there, minimum movement, little feet there, little feet back, watch him cross, yeah, Jack. But he's always in range of shooting, he doesn't allow Groves to go too far away when he overreaches. And then when he's coming to him as well, he's just there, he's willing to take it, and just a little lay back, little step back. Whatever Groves comes with, and then he comes back with his own then. Do you know what I mean? We got caught there, he didn't go backing off to give Groves incentive. Do you know what I mean? Stay back. Jab, jab, two. Yeah. Good right hand, Callum. And make sure on it, you step back.
It's taken an awful lot of work to get it back, far more than I think I anticipated. But it's just perseverance. You know you can do it. You know you'll get there. You just got to stick with it, and that's what I'm doing.
Obviously, after the severe injury that he's had, he's been doing all the corrective exercises, all the rehabilitation work, band work, seeing all the top guys in London, and you can see there today it's coming back fast. And at the start, there wasn't much weight in the shot. Now that he's starting to get the weight back in the jab. He must have done 300 jabs there today, which was, just constantly drilling it. Try and get as much speed going through that left shoulder as possible, and just work on certain combinations that I feel is going to work for us against Callum Smith. Nice, paint you. Good. That's the reps.
So my fitness came back a lot quicker than my punch fitness. So we were doing long runs, sprints, circuits, all them sort of conditioning type sessions. So fitness is back pretty quickly.
We were advised not to do too much boxing until we get the strength in the shoulder, and that's what we're doing. And we're only doing 3 sessions a week now, punching, but we will up it to 4, and then we'll up it to 5, and then we'll start sparring again as well, and just do it gradually. Because sometimes you can just go straight into it, and you're taking 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and it's just you're trying to push it too quickly. Nice, go. There it is. 5. Left shoulder working.
We're doing shoulder-specific work, but now we're at a point where there's nothing we can't do, which is the most important thing. So, there'll be things that we couldn't do because the shoulder wouldn't allow it. Now, actually, we can do everything, but obviously we're still going to address getting strength in the shoulder. And I'd imagine, like most any other rehab I've done before, it'll be even stronger once you finish the rehab than it's ever been. So we're not there yet, but I look forward to getting there.
Press the buzzer. We're at Unique Fitness. It's a gym specific for strength and conditioning.
All right, pal.
Hi, Johnny, all right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
And this camp I've been doing lots of work with Johnny Velocity, and I'm feeling the benefits of it. I think he's very good at what he does, and every little helps at the very highest level, and I think bringing him on board will get that extra few percentage out of my performance, and it's different to your normal boxing training, which keeps it enjoyable and mixes it up a bit.
So mainly strength work today. And then next session, mainly energy systems work. So just building his foundations, a little bit of power work as well. All right, then, mate, let's get you on that roller. Good week, good weekend?
Yeah,
Where did you watch the game?
in the Alps.
How did you? Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, perfect. Right, let's get his bands on you. Right, and so get your feet moving first. So nice fast feet on here. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Strength's come on really, really well. So just pushing on now. So like I said, next phase, next big 4 weeks, and then from there get into a bit more sort of boxing specific work. Your dad's gonna have a go now, the bands. Your arse is about to explode now. So your arse is about to explode now. See on the blue band, just a little bit higher, lower on your neck. That's it. And then 10 squats. And that'll do, yeah. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Go. 1, and react. Come on, all the way. 3, 2, and 1.
Boxing's a tough sport and it's a lonely sport, and if you do the same thing every day, it takes its toll, it becomes boring and repetitive. So anything different or new, I'm up to try, and some things work, some things don't, but you'll never know unless you try, and the stuff that works I'll keep doing, and stuff that I don't feel the benefits of, then I'll stop.
he's a good fighter. He's pretty well drilled. He's very tall, big, long arms. Probably physically strong. Definitely not weak. Being a big, tall guy with longer arms who wants to punch inside and punch short, he's going to beat the average Joes. He has, he's probably his best shot is a check left hook, which he's dangerous with early.
Callum Smith I believe, will play into George's hands. Eubank's quite hard to hit clean sometimes because he's quite active and sort of smothers your distance. Callum Smith's a better fighter, in my opinion. He punches longer, he punches more correct. He's quite traditional, which will mean that he's quite easy to read, and I feel like we can really devise a good game plan to dissect him, as it were, and then walk him onto shots.
I believe he leaves a lot of openings when he punches. Doesn't have a good engine. He'll get through the 12 rounds, but he has to have long periods, even whole rounds off throughout the fight. Probably his concentration levels would probably be one of his biggest weaknesses because he seems to switch off for rounds on end and gets very flustered when he gets hit.
Beautiful left hand once again, and the same shot once more. And it's causing Smith to become a little bit disorganized. His defense is becoming leaky. Trying a speculative right hand on the back foot. But Scotland having a terrific portion of the round.
He's dangerous early, I believe, but for some reason he can't sustain that, whether it be his concentration levels aren't, he can't seem to be able to train his brain for that long, or he's dead at the weight, he's too big, he just dry out too much, or whatever the reason may be, he'll have to be on point.
He's got good strength, he's got a good jab, he's got a good right hand, he's heavy-handed. Defensively, I don't feel he's the best. And there's little slight things what I've seen over the years which I feel I can take advantage of. He dictated the pace. He was in charge of the exchanges. He threw when he wants to throw and he went for walks when he wants to go for walks. So I think he used his experience earlier on, which I thought Eubank lacked. I think he boxed well against Eubank, but I think this version of Eubank was tailor-made for him. I think if Eubank was applied a little bit more pressure, we would have seen, he would have asked a few more questions of Groves, but he didn't, and that's down to Eubank himself and his own performance and his own ignorance and not listening. I think Groves did tire towards the end, but I think he would have tired a little bit earlier if Eubank had applied more pressure early, but I think that's credit to Groves. I think he caught him in round one. I think that sort of slowed Eubank down from just walking him down. I think he knew he couldn't afford to do that, so yeah, he come out pretty sharp. His jab was good early on, and he dictated the pace. Groves has always been one that when he does tire, he becomes a little bit ragged. He loses his shape, and he's not. I think his strengths are his sharpness early on, his feint and stuff, and I think he loses that when he gets tired, and that's kind of been his undoing at times in the past, and he showed parts of it here around 7 onwards in the Eubank fight, although he did sort of come back and he did do the 12 well, he finished strong, but yeah, I do think that's one of his weaknesses when he does tire. He's tiring, and I say he comes a little bit ragged and loses his shape. I think only George knows how severe the injury was and how well it's healing. I can't really base my tactics on him not being 100%, because if he is, then I'll be in for the shock. So I've got to just try and ignore that and expect the best George Groves, and in doing so, then I think you'll see the best of me.
both good finishers. There'll be no mistakes, and whoever does make a mistake could pay the ultimate price.
I've been around boxing a very long time, and I've no doubts that I'll rise to the occasion when given the chance. I've waited for a very long time to fight for the world title, and I don't plan on letting it slip.
I'm in a good habit lately of being well-drilled, well-prepared, and very much looking forward to a explosive fight. I believe I'm going to go in there and get the job done.
If I make sure the best version of me turns up, then I'm still confident I'll come out on top.
If he switches off against me, I will make him pay.